It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And it's Seattle with the ball. To the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
And that's how you like to start the game. Boom, straight to the bucket for the easy deuce.
Now, oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Now here's Doncic. Jacks up a three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Henderson. There's the drive.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
Too easy for a guy of his caliber. The D must put up more of a fight down there.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here he goes. Oh, a big slam.
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
Yeah, love seeing the young guard Henderson take charge like this, making things happen on the drive.
The rebound by Embiid.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Inside. Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, it seems like Porter Jr. could do even more of this, attacking right at the rim.
George outside. Here's Claxton. And again, it's Seattle missing. Henderson left side. Got it. Good job in the low post.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
And Doncic has got the ball here for Seattle. It's a 5-point game. To halt the run. No luck on that one. Henderson with it. Now Alexander Walker defending. With the 10-footer. Off the left rim and out. Seattle trails by 5. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Knocks down the triple. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket on the night.
Caldwell Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Coach, it's such a difficult transition to the NBA. Scoot Henderson joins from the G League Ignite. What do you see in his game?
Well, look, I see a really talented guy who plays the game hard. What you've got to get improvement in are the two areas that most people have to improve in: shooting and decision-making.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now here's Doncic. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Can't hit from in close.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Pass to Henderson. Outside for Porter. The three ball. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Using the speed that time, Caldwell Pope got out ahead of the defense.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk. Well, look, if you give Henderson room for liftoff, he's going to jam it all over you.
Here's Doncic. Joel Embiid with the board.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Henderson with it. Now Alexander Walker defending. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Count it. Good. Embiid's gotten his second bucket of the game.
The control and focus from Embiid, able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
And Doncic puts up a deep three. Can't connect from long distance. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Leading by 7. After this,
14.
hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when...
Oh! Wow!
When everything clicks for Henderson, you're going to see a lot of nights like this.
And here's Doncic. And he's going for the lob! And Claxton throws it down.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Smart with the bucket.
Well, when he gets in a rhythm out there, Smart can be a problem at the arc.
Down low. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Henderson drives in. Pass to Embiid. And stolen by Claxton. Back to Smart. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Smart. Caruso outside. Outside Porter. Here's Henderson. Embiid inside. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Henderson with it. Now Alexander Walker defending. Oh, Embiid with the flush.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Doncic deciding where to go with it. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to George. Back to Caldwell Pope. No good off the back of the rim.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Henderson misses. And Doncic has got the ball here for Seattle. Trailing by 10. To the inside. George. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Seattle's shooting their first free throws of this game. George hits them both. Henderson with it. He's got 17. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Three-pointer Embiid. Claxton with a rebound. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Smart. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Henderson, right side. Caruso with the bucket. Caruso's got his first 2 points of the night.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
And Doncic puts up a deep 3. And again, it's Seattle missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, Caldwell Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite levels.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. Henderson drives in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
Doncic left side. Pass to Claxton. Back to Doncic. They set the pick. Shoots over Caruso. And again, it's Seattle missing.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Henderson misses. Seattle trails by 10. Here's Alexander Walker. No good with the triple.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Embiid. Plenty of space. That one falls. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, we know Embiid can do it one-on-one, but the catch-and-shoot jumper is showing his versatility.
DeRozan right side. Carter, high post. Wide open look. And again, it's Seattle missing.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Pass to Embiid. Over Carter. 1 second left. And so that's the end of the first half. Up by 12. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Henderson for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Henderson's got 24.
This is when you know Henderson is feeling it, and it's why his guys always encourage him to fire away.
Pass to Doncic. Four on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Seattle. It's an 18-point game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene and they'll know.
Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
And that's Henderson's game. Get downhill, young man. Beat the defender to the spot. Oh.
To the middle. Here's George. And he comes up with a bucket. 90 seconds into the second half now. And Claxton comes to help. Pass to Embiid. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. Seattle trails by 16. Doncic outside. Going inside. Nice finish from Luka.
The strength and power of Doncic shows up every game. Very physical for his position.
Pass to Porter. Smart left side. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Smart outside. Pass to Henderson. Clock is at 3. And here's Smart. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. Smart has got 6 points.
And that's just a heads-up play by Smart. He finds some points just before the shot clock expired.
They set a pick. Claxton with it. 4-3. Porter pulls it in.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game is going.
Shots good by Henderson.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Screen by Claxton. Doncic outside. Looking to win the run. The shot comes out.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. Pass to Caruso. Henderson outside. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I love it, Kevin. Well, good to see Scoot Henderson rolling here. A lot of expectations on this kid, showing he has the ability.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. They get the rebound. Claxton.
Nick Claxton.
Banked it in off the glass. Claxton's got 8.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Caruso outside. There's the 3. Fires in the triple. Caruso's got his second bucket on the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Back to Doncic. The 3.
Wow. Since the break, he has struggled to get going. They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Henderson. Seattle pulls it in. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Doncic on the wing. Back to Claxton. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Seattle making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Henderson. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Caruso outside. Back to Henderson. Here's Porter. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And time for a short break.
32.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Now Doncic. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
Here's Henderson. Oh!
Wow!
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Goes back up. Pass to Claxton. Caruso grabs the board.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Until they foul intentionally. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
And it's Smart missing. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up to Seattle. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Scoot Henderson. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for Seattle, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Here's Henderson. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Henderson scanning the floor. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Well, Scoot has all the physical attributes. He has the fearless mentality. But like most young players, he just needs some time to develop and adapt to the NBA game.
Stolen by Caruso. And here they come. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
Yeah, so energetic on the drive. Henderson manages to put the defense in a bad spot.
And Seattle calls time here. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Good on both.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Pass to Claxton. From behind the arc. Shot is off. He's 5 for 11 in this one. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written. Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to Claxton. Outside Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. To win the run. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Caruso. Here's Henderson. The shot from the low post is good. Henderson's got 44.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Seattle with the ball.
Just as you'd expect from Marcus Smart, he is all over the shooter.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, you give him the opportunity, and DeRozan's going to finish with authority.
Here's Smart. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
2 minutes.
DeRozan down low. Off target at the rim. Henderson outside. With the drive. Some solid defense from Claxton.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
DeRozan.
Home team foul.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Personal foul. Third team.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Henderson. Seattle pulls it in. Pass to DeRozan. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this. Yeah, despite standing about 6'2", Henderson has a big-time vertical, and he plays a lot bigger than his height.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Dunn. Here's Goodwin. Outside Carter. Now here's DeRozan. Defended by Smart. We're going the other way.
Home team ball.
46 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Henderson. That one is off. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. Pass to DeRozan. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Smart outside. "20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Goes to Seattle.
Now here's DeRozan. And so they get the victory here at